was a very tragic reminder of the dangers of work zones, and it had a lasting effect on a lot of people.
It's been 5 years since 2 highway workers were killed along I-69 near Castleton. Construction is already happening on our highways. Now that the weather is getting warmer, our TV6's Stephanie Wade speaks with safety officials who say you need to hear this warning to slow down in work zones now more than ever.
These 2 memorials serve as a reminder of what happened 5 years ago today, where 2 construction workers were killed by a driver while working along I-69.
They're hoping it's not the last time they kiss their spouse goodbye. And for some of these people, unfortunately, it is.
It's hard to forget the scene that day. The traffic backed up for miles, and the loved ones, families lost. 2 men, 24-year-old Cody DeMoss and 49-year-old Kenneth Dworson, were killed while removing construction barriers at the end of a work zone. The driver now serving time behind bars.
But you got to realize there are a lot of people with families that are working on those projects. And, you know, sometimes there's just a barrier between them and a vehicle that should be going 45, but might actually be going 70 miles per hour, and that's quite dangerous.
Pete Rimsons with the State Building and Construction Trades Council says on average 3 to 4 construction workers will be hit and killed each year in Indiana.
If you're a construction worker out there all the time, it's 10 times as dangerous as it used to be.
The barrier walls that separate traffic from workers are movable. They're not mounted to the ground, so a car traveling fast could easily crash into one, and it wouldn't protect someone from being killed.
But what I see a lot of is selfish drivers, people that are only worried about getting to their destination as quickly as possible, and anything else is an inconvenience. And I think that by itself creates aggressive drivers.
If you're caught speeding in a work zone, each county has different fine amounts that range from $200 to $500 for your first offense.
The common excuse is I couldn't move over, or I didn't see you in time, but they're not valid excuses.
State police tell me this goes beyond the law. This is about one human being courteous of another.
It's just not that important enough to kill somebody.
Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Thank you, Stephanie. And in Indiana, drivers who fatally injure a worker in a road construction zone can face a felony charge with up to 8 years in prison and a maximum fine of $10,000. The State Building, Construction and Trades Council says they're pushing lawmakers to add cameras and more signage in construction zones. The Illinois Department of Transportation uses some to deter speeders.